Chapter 14 of Mary Cary, Frequently Martha. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jan McGillivray. Mary Cary, Frequently Martha, by Kate Langley Bosher. Chapter 14. The Hurt of Happiness.
I wouldn't like to put on paper how I feel today. Uncle Park has gone back to Michigan. I'm such a mixture of feelings that I don't know which I've got the most of, gladness or sadness or happiness or miserableness, and I'd rather cry as much as I want than have as much ice cream as I could hold. But I'm not going to cry. I don't like criers, and besides, I haven't a place to do it in private. I wouldn't let Miss Katherine see me, not if I died of choking. I ought to be rejoicing, and I am, but the female heart is beyond understanding, Miss Becky Cole says, and it is. Mine is. I could die of thankfulness, but I'd like first to cry as much as I could if I let go. They are engaged, Uncle Park and Miss Katherine are, and they are to be married on the 27th of June. That's my birthday. I will be 13 on the 27th of June. They told me about it night before last. I was out on the porch, and Miss Katherine called me and told me she and Dr. Alden wanted me to go to walk with them. I knew what was coming. Knew in a flash. But I pretended not to, and thanked her ever so much and told her I'd just love to go. We walked on down to the Calverton Road, talking about nothing, and making out it was our usual night walk. But when we got to the 7 Maples, Uncle Park stopped. "Suppose we sit down," he said. "It's too warm to walk far tonight." And after we sat, he threw his hat on the ground, then leaned over and took my hands in his. "Mary Cary," he began. And though his eyes were smiling, his voice was real quivering. I was noticing, and it was. "Mary Cary, Katherine and I have brought you with us tonight to ask you if you have any objection to our being married. We would like to do so as soon as possible, if you do not object." He turned my face to his, and the look in his eyes was grand. It meant no matter who objected, marry her he would. But it was a way to tell me, the way he was asking, and I understood. "It depends," I said. And, as I am always playing parts to myself, right on the spot I was a chaperone lady. "It depends on whether you love enough. Do you?" "I do. For myself I am entirely sure. As to Katherine, suppose she tells you what she thinks." I turned toward her. "Do you, Miss Katherine? I guess it takes a lot of love to stand marriage. Do you think you have enough?" In the moonlight her face changed like her opal ring when the cream becomes pink and the pink red. "I think there is," she said. Then, "Oh, Mary Cary, why are you such a strange, strange child?" And she threw her arms around me and kissed me 20 times. After a while, after we'd talked and talked, and they'd told me things and I'd told them things, I said I'd consent. "But if the love ever gives out, I'm not going to stay with you," I said. "I'm never going to be fashionable and not care for love. A home without it is hell." "Mercy, Mary!" Uncle Park jumped. "Don't use such strong language. It isn't nice." "But it's true. I read it in a book, and I've watched the Rices. When there's love enough, you can stand anything. When there isn't, you can stand nothing. Living together every day, you find out a lot you didn't know, and love can't keep still. It's got to grow or die." Then I jumped up. "I always could talk a lot about things I didn't understand," I said, "but I consent." And I flew down the road and left them. I've written it out on a piece of paper about their being engaged, and looked at it by night and by day since they told me about it. I've said it low and I've said it loud, but I can't realize it, and the little sense the Lord gave me He has taken away. They say I did it. Say I'm responsible for every bit of it, and that I will have to look after them all the rest of their lives to see that I didn't make a mistake in writing that letter. And that I'm to go to Europe with them on their wedding tour and live with them always and always. And, oh, I believe my heart is going to burst with miserable happiness and happy miserableness, and my head feels like it's in a bag. Dr. Parke Alden and Miss Katherine Trent are the two nicest people on earth, and the two I love best. But I don't think they know all the time what they are doing and saying. They are that in love they don't see but one side, the happy side, and they think I am going to leave this place with a skip and a jump and run along by them, third person, single number, and not know I'm in the way. They won't even listen when I tell them I don't know what I'm going to do. I know what I want to do. Everything in me gets into shivering trembleness when I think I could go to Europe with them on their wedding trip. Think of it! Mary Cary could go to Europe. They've invited me and say I'm to go because I'm never to leave them any more, and they want me. But it isn't so. Mary tries to believe it's so, but Martha knows it isn't. They think they want me, but they don't. Nobody wants an outsider on a wedding tour, and I'm not going. I can't help it. Come on, tears. Even angels sometimes cry aloud, and not being a step relation to one, I'm going to let Mary cry if she wants to. Sometimes Martha is real hard on Mary. There is no use studying human nature. You can't study a thing that changes by day and by night, and is so uncertain you never know what it is going to do. Now here is Mary Cary, mostly Martha, who would rather get on a train or a boat and go somewhere, she don't care where, than to do any other thing on earth, who has never seen anything and wants to see everything, and who, if anyone had told her a year ago she could go to New York and then to Europe, would have slid down every flight of stairs head foremost from pure joy. And now she has the chance, she is not going. She is not. She hasn't much sense, Mary Cary hasn't, but enough to know wedding trips are personal. And besides, the girls have turned into regular weepers. Every time anything is said about going away, their eyes water up, and Martha feels like a yellow dog with no tail. I know they hate Miss Katherine's going, but why do they cry about my going? Lord, this is a strange place to live in, this world is. I wonder what heaven will be like. Miss Bray is much better. She says Uncle Parke has cured her. I don't believe it. I believe it was relief of the mind. I wasn't meant to be a sad person. I was silly sad the other day, but I've found out when anything bothers you very much, it helps to take it out and look at it. Walk all around it, poke it and see if it's sure enough, and if it isn't, tell it you'll see it dead before you'll let it do you that way. That's what I did with what was making me doleful, and now I'm all right again. It was because I did want to go to Europe awful, and it twisted my heart like a machine had it when I turned my back on the chance. And then, too, it was because the girls begged me so not to go away for good that I got so worried. They said it wouldn't be the same if I wasn't here, and though they didn't blame me, they begged me so not to go that I got as addled as the old black hen that hatched ducks. Now, did you ever hear of such a thing? As if it really mattered where Mary Cary lived. I didn't know anybody truly cared, and finding out made me light in the head. But I know that's just passing. They're caring, I mean. I'm much obliged, but they'll